Welcome to your Handling Pressure 30-Day Challenge. In this challenge, you'll develop tools for handling pressure in the full court and the half court. Specifically, you'll become proficient at using pullback dribbles, breakout dribbles, and starts and stops to control an intimidating defender.
Most players have a difficult time handling pressure, especially if the defender is bigger or quicker than they are. I'm going to give you tools, Nate, that'll help you to be able to handle any type of pressure you face, whether in the full court or the half court. You're going to be able to use these tools to both attack the defender and attack space, or to create space to buy yourself time. Now, it's going to be really important that if you're going to develop these tools, that you develop them with the right technique, because it's going to be the technique that's going to give you the advantage. It's not a matter of your quickness or your athleticism. That's just going to support the techniques that you use to control your defender. You can just put the ball down to the ground beside you, and we're going to work on the first part of controlling a defender in the open court, which is creating space. And in order to create space, we're going to use pullback dribbles. Now, a lot of players stop and maybe they take half a step back, but they don't actually create space by pulling back. And so you're going to need to be able to stop on a dime and then pull back to create separation between you and your defender. And when you create that separation, then your defender has a decision to make. What are they going to do? Are they going to come up and guard you, and then you can blow by them, or are they going to give you space, and then you can see the floor? So let's take a look at the first part of this technique training. In the first part of the technique training, we're going to do it without a ball intentionally so that you can just develop the right footwork. You're going to imagine that you're dribbling the ball. So you'll have your shoulders turned in. Your defender, imagine that I'm the defender, I'm guarding you. So you've got your shoulder dipped, you're protecting the ball, you're dribbling the ball not in front of you. Many players have a tendency to dribble in front of them when they're practicing. You want to keep that ball protected on the left-hand side. You're going to dribble, but if I'm in your space, and you never want a defender to be in your space, you're either going to attack them or you'll create space. You want to create space or go by. Never let a defender sit in your personal bubble. So to get them out of your bubble, you're attacking, now you're going to plant with that inside leg, and now you're going to suddenly push back. So not only are you stopping on a dime, but now you're creating 8 to 10 feet of separation, and now I have a decision to make. If I can either stay here, and now you have time to see the entire floor, or I'm going to come back and pick you up, and now you can blow by me. So it's always the principle in the open court for handling pressure of creating space or going by. Now, many players have ineffective tools. They'll, instead of going north-south, they'll attack east-west. And they'll go side to side. And in fact, you'll even see, just grabbing that ball really quickly, Nate, you'll even see players dancing with the ball. And they'll dance and they'll shuffle and they'll move the ball back and forth. And they're not going anywhere and they're not doing anything productive. You want to develop ball handling efficiency. You want to be able to move down the court using the least number of dribbles, saving yourself energy and reducing the chance of the ball being turned over. Now let's do it with the basketball. So imagine that I'm still on your shoulder guarding you in the open court, and you're going to be dribbling, and you're going to plant that leg, and you're going to push back. In fact, let's have you take it one more time without the basketball, and let me just see how you're doing. So you plant, push back, push back, push back. Now, let's always go at least 3 pushbacks, just so you can develop the habit of creating extra space. Let's take that again. Push back, push back, push back. And I'm going to have you do a couple now, and we'll go right up to the 3-point line. As you do so, once you've pushed back, your shoulders are turned sideways, but keep your head and your eyes facing forward. But then you're going to turn your shoulders back again in an attacking dribble. Attack, 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 and then pull back, pull back, pull back. Let's see you do a few. Attack, pull back, pull back, pull back, attack, pull back, pull back, pull back. You got it. And let's now add the basketball. Get back to the 3-point line. And now let's see it with the basketball. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Pull back, pull back, pull back. and pull back, pull back, pull back. Now let's just stop those pullbacks just for a moment. On those pullbacks, once we added the basketball, as you were pulling back, your feet were crossing over. I want you to imagine staying low. It's going to be like a crab dribble. You don't want to let those feet come together or even cross over because you won't be on balance. So just make sure as you're pulling back, so you attack, stay low, and push off that one leg, and pull back, pull back, pull back. You keep that ball on your back leg. Ball on your back leg, eyes up. So let's take it one more time. Let's have you stay really low, dribbling with that left hand, and take it a little slower. Pull back, pull back, pull back. That's the way. Attack again. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Keeping the eyes up. Eyes up, pull back, pull back, pull back. Attack again. Pull back, pull back. Now the one thing I'll add is as you're pulling back, make sure you plant and now push back, because that's the stopping on a dime that's going to create the separation between you and your defender. If you pause and then both feet hop back, as a defender, I'm going to stay in your bubble. Now watch what would happen if you just did a pullback dribble where you just took one step back. Go ahead. Go ahead again. Now do a big pullback. Now do a big pullback. Now you create greater separation, and then you can re-attack and go by. See if you can shake me off by stopping on a dime. There you go. Now I come get you, and now you attack by me again. That's how you blow by a defender, using the pullback to create space. So let's come on back to this place again. And now you take it again, except with the right hand, and you do the exact same thing. Let's see it with the right hand. Pull back, eyes up. Pull back, really plant that leg to stop on a dime. Plant and pull back. That was a terrific one. Last one, plant and pull back. You're covering a lot of ground. That's creating space. Using the pullback, that will allow you to create space and then blow by your defender. Nice work. Once you have your pullback dribbles in your package, then you can add your breakout dribbles. Your breakout dribbles are going to help you to attack space and attack your defender. You want to make it a habit, if you're going to be an effective ball handler, of attacking space and attacking your defender. And this is what it'll look like, Nate. You're going to take that ball, and we'll start with no defender on you. We'll just let you do the technique training first. And the technique training on a breakout dribble is a rolling crossover in which you push the ball ahead of you, and that's actually going to let you cover more ground than if you just attack and dribble with the same hand. So you're going to push that ball ahead of you, and you're going to roll it ahead of you into a crossover. That makes it really difficult for a defender that you've just beaten to know which side to try and pop it out from behind from. So you'll roll that ball ahead of you, and you'll come to a stop when you get to the three-point line, and I'll let you come back again the other side, and I'll give you a few reminders. Here we go. So push that ball ahead of you, and come to a stop. Let's go back again. Push that ball ahead of you, come to a stop. Terrific. Now that allows you in that rolling crossover to get a couple extra steps in. Now you can bring that ball high, just make sure it's not so high that it looks like a travel, because you get an extra couple steps in before you start. So you can bring that ball high and push that ball. See how far you can push that ball ahead of you, so you have to catch up to the ball as you're dribbling. I want to see if you can make it right to the white line in those true dribbles, so stay low. You're just passing a defender. You're attacking space in the open court. 1, 2, you made it easily. Go back one final time. 1, 2, terrific. And you stop again. Now, there's 2 times you can use the breakout dribbles. One is when you're neck and neck with the defender. So right now, I'm on your shoulder. And if you're going at a 3/4 speed, which is the ideal speed to attack a defender, don't attack at full speed. Attack at 3/4 speed. You want to make it a habit of changing your rates of speed. Pullback dribbles bring you to a stop and actually pull you in reverse. But if you can make it a habit of going 3/4 speed, then at any time when you're ready to blow by a defender, that's when you kick into top speed. Okay. So you're going to be dribbling against me, and you're going to make a butt cut, which means if you think you can turn the corner on me and attack against contact, you've got to be willing to attack against contact. You need to attack my body, and as I'm playing defense on you, if you think you can go from 75% speed to then blowing by me, you're going to butt cut me, which means you're going to get your butt in front of me and cut me out of the play. And once you cut me out of the play, then you need to use a rolling crossover because you have space and because you don't want me to pop the ball out from behind. So let's go ahead. Let's just have you dribbling next to me, and then you're going to butt cut me. Butt Let's take that back one more time. We'll take it right from here. And I'm dribbling next to you, and you're attacking. Butt cut me, butt cut me. There you go. And as soon as you butt cut me, you cut me out of the play. So that's one time to use the breakout dribble. The second time that you can use that rolling crossover into a breakout dribble is when you use the pullback. So you're attacking me, you pull back, create space, 3 dribbles. Now, I attack you, and as I start to come back to close the space, you use the rolling crossover and blow by me the other side. And you literally roll the ball past my body. Let's take that one more time. So attack, attack, create space, and rolling crossover, and attack me the other side. Those 2 breakout dribbles will help you to be able to attack space and attack a defender without that defender being able to pop that ball from you. Combine that with your pullback dribbles, and you're building a package that can help you control any defender at any time. It's especially helpful not just in the half court where you're looking to create space so that you can set up the offense, but in the full court when you're trying to control defenders who are trying to put full court pressure on you. Once you have the pullbacks and the breakout dribbles in your game, then you can add the third part of this progression, which is starts and stops. If a defender is going to be daring enough that they're going to guard you and get in your bubble, you're going to yo-yo them back and forth, just like a yo-yo. So to do this, you're now not just going to use full 3-step pullback dribbles and then breakout dribbles, but you're going to combine things. You're going to combine things in which you may do just a lean back. You don't even actually pull back. You stop on a dime and lean back and look up and then break by. Or you might be breaking by and you pause and you glance up like you're going to pull back dribble, and then you blow by. So let me just have you sample these, and let's see how they look. I'll give you some reminders and note some things that you're doing well. So here we go. You can just move in the open court. Eyes up, way to mix it up. Attack, create space, way to cross over, pull back, mix it up, good. Lean one way, lean the other. Lean and attack, pull back, create space and attack, and good stop. Well done. What you did really effectively, come on back to center court. What you did really effectively was mix things up, and that's what you want to do in the yo-yo. You're keeping the defender off guard. Most players dribble the same way down court throughout an entire game. It becomes easy for a defender to read. And for a defensive stopper, they lock in your next move. But when you yo-yo, they never know what's coming next. You might not even know what's coming next, but that's fine. You're going to keep your defender on their heels, you're going to create space, and you're going to blow by. Your defender's going to have to think twice before they get in your bubble. Most offensive players, well, they'll come to a gym. Most dribblers, they'll come and they'll work on stationary ball handling, and they'll be moving that ball all around. That's not going to translate into game dribbles for handling pressure. It'll improve your overall handle, but the 3 most effective things you can do are work on your pullback dribbles, work on your breakout dribbles, and then work on your starts and stops to yo-yo a defender. You do those 3 things, and you'll stand out on the floor against any type of pressure. Great work.